Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we ended up getting a brand new dev talk from Treyarch in Call of Duty, this time focusing on Endgame, the sort of mini DMZ, sort of like Modern Warfare Zombies hybrid experience coming after you beat the campaign here. I am particularly interested in this. We're going to be able to have full progression in this, weapon levels, camos available in this too, so we're finally getting our very first look at Endgame. We've known about it existing, but the details have been few and far between. We've got a full dev talk to go through today. It's 5 minutes long, and then we have a blog to read through as well. So let's dive in. What do we got with Endgame?
Isn't just the conclusion of the story, it's the start of a new chapter. Once you've completed the story, Avalon opens up, gives you the freedom to explore, take on challenges at your own pace, but the city is tough.
Keep in mind, as we're going through this, we're also going to get a full true look at Avalon for the first time. So we know Avalon will eventually be a Warzone map when the Blackout experience and everything releases in presumably season 2 in early 2026, like early spring 2026. So keep in mind as we're going through this whole thing, watching this gameplay, we're going to see a lot of Avalon.
Is this massive space, and we want you and your friends to continue to come back here and achieve different goals. So we wanted to continue the campaign in a replayable way.
So you can play in-game solo or in squads of up to 4, and then you'll drop into instances of Avalon with up to 32 players.
So 32 players in squads of 4, so essentially mini DMZ in a way.
Once you've unlocked Endgame, you can bring friends in with you, even if they haven't unlocked
actual
it yet, by being
gameplay
the
too.
party leader.
You can play as one of the main heroes from the campaign, or you can select a new operator and level them up with skills and abilities as you work towards your end goal.
Okay, so you can actually see like the skills you can choose there on the screen. So you can get a faster weapon swap if you want, or magazine ammo slowly fills over time. That's a little like cool way to evolve as your gameplay continues on.
Intel to discover and some secrets even to uncover inside Avalon.
What was that?
There are 4
Little
zones
Easter
of
eggs?
difficulty, and uncovering deeper mysteries will test how strong your operator is. Endgame is about discovery, progression,
What is that?
and carving out your own path in Avalon.
This map is really special. The team's been working on it for a really long time. They've designed it to
4
be
years.
a cohesive space, but it is absolutely massive. So we have tons of POIs from previous games, tons for multiplayer.
WMD,
we have maps
firing
from
range.
Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4, and Black Ops
Casino,
6. You might
Skyline.
even find a little piece of Hazard from Black Ops 1. Some of them you'll experience
Hazard, the
just
golf
as
course.
they were, in slightly new ways, and then some of them served as inspiration for totally new spaces.
So what is a match from start to finish in Endgame? It all starts with picking the abilities. This is the moment you're going to decide how you want to play.
One of my favorite abilities is Shadow Break, and it's kind of this area of effect clear. If you have like a bunch of enemies that are shooting at you, you can kind of combo that with like a grapple hook and like close the distance, and then immediately use this, and it will warp all of the enemies out of the area and
That's
send them into the
interesting.
sky and killing them all.
So it's almost like some zombie stuff. Like there's definitely zombies elements. Like you'd have like Ether, Shroud, and stuff like that for your field upgrades and power-ups and zombies. Kind of get the same vibes here, but it's just used in
You'll
different
drop
ways.
in through
with
the
different
wingsuit
names.
and
Oh,
go
that's a
anywhere
cool
within
infill.
Avalon that you've been
That's
experiencing
really
throughout
cool.
different parts of the campaign.
As you're flying in with either solo or with your squad over Avalon, we start to propagate points of interest.
Get a good
all
little
around
infill
you.
look here.
So that specifically
wingsuits
you
look
can
sick.
just ping and go. No need for a tac map. You can see what it is that's around you that you might want to go, and that's shared with your squad. So once you've decided where you want to go, you land, boots on the ground, and the gameplay
Clean.
really starts to kick off. Fights, any kind of combat encounter, activities, assignments.
There was a whole like shield that you could protect
All
yourself
of
with.
these start to translate into
Kinda
building
crazy.
power. That power is registered through your combat rating.
Every time you increase that combat rating, you're presented with a simple choice of would I like this skill or this skill? And those
Interesting.
skills are really kind of defining your roles and your play styles that you prefer as a player. You're kind of crafting this curated operator that you really love to play.
I like that they're
In
showing us
Endgame,
actual gameplay with this.
The ultimate
not
goal
just like
is to
cutscenes.
get to Zone 4, and combat rating and the power journey is building towards that. So as you're playing, you're leveling.
So you have a ton of, we'll rewind this a little bit. You have a ton of different skills here. There's
Is-
Daredevil skills, diving aggressively to the ground with the wingsuit triggers, a concussive blast. You can like use that
building
aggressively.
towards that.
You've got Eagle Eye, you've got Phantom stuff. There's a bunch of stuff you can actually go through and level just behind the face cam there too, it looks like, with like the skill trackers. So there's actually a lot of grinding you can do just within this to upgrade your operator.
So as you're playing,
I like
you're
that.
leveling up your combat rating, you're hitting these kind of core milestones at certain levels, so at combat rating 5, 10, etc., where you're increasing your health, your armor, your movement speed, and most essentially, your damage.
The first thing you're going to go after
better
is
damage.
combat rating 10. That is your very first damage upgrade. And what that means is you're now ready to push into harder zones.
And then once you reach
okay, I get it, I get it.
60 of your combat rating, you've maxed out yourself as a soldier. And
So 0 to 60 is basically your combat rating grind that you're going through. But I believe they'll probably talk about it here, as we've heard previously. If you end up getting taken out, if you die, you don't exfil here, then you lose combat rating there.
you've actually fully filled out 3 skill tracks and kind of really defined what this operator
Like an
is
insane
and its
fire
final form.
slide?
Endgame
Left like
has
a
4
trail.
escalating zones of difficulty, which means more toxin, more enemies, harder challenges, and better rewards.
As soon as you progress your operator
And the
and
exfil.
completed what you wanted to, you go to an exfil location, you need to hold out, you need to clear the exfil and let a VSOL
Just
drop.
like
and then
DMZ
finally
or Modern Warfare
exit the map.
Zombies.
Because if you don't make it out, that progress doesn't come with you. And the only thing you take is the experience you learned.
As long as you escape alive, you're gonna keep your combat rating, you're gonna keep all the weapons and equipment you have, so you can come into the next match and continue exactly where you left off.
And for the first
Typical
time ever
extraction
for
stuff.
campaign, we have a full
Very
camo
cool.
track. Daily
It's
challenges,
clean, the camos look
weekly
sick.
challenges that can be earned both through campaign and endgame.
Endgame is something that the team's really excited about. This is evolving the campaign experience, and we can't wait for
On a whole
you all
VTOL?
to get your hands on it when Black Ops 7 goes live.
That's wild. And of course, we got the epic cinematics, and that's just straight up it. Interesting. Now, as mentioned, we've got a full blog as well. So we've got this get ready for the co-op campaign endgame stuff, kind of details a little bit more. Keep in mind, as we're going through all this, obviously, huge week ahead. It's launch week for Black Ops 7. We've got so much content inbound, presumably launch patch notes coming up here in the next few days. Launch itself, we're gonna have so much stuff to cover. So if you want to stay in the know for everything going on in Call of Duty, this is the place to be. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Right now, we're like 250 subs away from hitting 1 million. Also, if you enjoy this video, a like rating is seriously appreciated as well. But let's dive into this blog. I assume it's going to be a lot of recap based on what we just saw there. The trailer itself, of course, initial access here. Complete the first 11 co-op missions. Players unlock in-game here. Designed for 1 to 32 players in squads of up to 4. So if you want to walk in with a duo, walk in with a trio, etc., you could do so. How in-game PvE works. So keep in mind, this is just PvE. There is no PvP to this as of now. I think that's kind of going to limit it some. I think it'd be interesting if they introduce that later on down the line. But we can actually see Avalon here if we go ahead and zoom in a little bit. The Avalon map, and I'll go ahead and move the face cam as well. We get it broken down as like a general top-down overview, so we see what Avalon's going to look like for the first time. This is our map that we'll have in Warzone eventually as well. Then just with the different zones. So like firing range is zone 4, Lowtown looks like it's zone 4, but then you have Golf Club, which is zone 3, Car Factory over here, zone 1. So you kind of move across the map with the various different zones there. Interesting dynamic, very similar to Modern Warfare Zombies, of course, here. So you get your general loadouts and your acquisitions, as mentioned, the skill trees and everything that you can go through and build up with that. Choosing your abilities, once you select an operator for your slot and customize your loadout, you make the most important decision, your major and your minor ability, kind of just like augments here. These abilities are vital to your survival in the end game, and you need to make a conscious choice of how you want to play the game, including the way you fight, how you support your teammates, etc. For example, selecting active camo, those players are likely to favor approaching combat environments with a degree of stealth. Conversely, if you pick War Machine, it's all about destruction. You're going all in on that with assault play styles there. So power up your in-game level and combat rating, earning new skills and power upgrades across health, armor, speed, and damage. But if you're killed in action, you do lose it all. So major abilities, we're gonna have ballistic shell, deploy an energy shield that blocks incoming enemy fire, active camo, become nearly invisible for a short duration, hand cannon, powerful high damage handgun, crash cart, instant instantly revive down squad mates within range and provide temporary invulnerability. Vision Pulse, send out a pulse which visually tags enemies through walls for your squad. War Machine, it's the War Machine. Shadow Break, which we saw in that trailer there, warps enemies into the sky and they fall down. And then Drone Pod, deployable device that launches aerial drones there. The minor abilities are the Grappling Hook, the Portal Grenade that spawns hallucinations on enemies, the Kinetic Jump or the Boost Jump there. Flicker, which tap to quickly teleport a short distance in the direction you're facing. Supply Link supplies you and your squad with ammo, armor, equipment, etc. Black Hat hacks enemy equipment and vehicles as well. Then you've got all your different skill tracks, which are like your power-ups and whatnot. So you've got Gunner, master your weapons, reload faster, aim sharper, electrify enemies with some of the power-ups here as you go through these various different skills. Surgeon, stay alive and keep others fighting, heal faster, revive quicker, and fight back from the brink. This is almost Battlefield classes, right? You've got assault, you've got support, so on and so forth. Daredevil, fly, slide, and dive into chaos. Your movement is a weapon and your ground hits back. Dive aggressively with your wingsuit. It does the concussion as we saw in the trailer there. Improved handling and airtime in the wingsuit, so you can upgrade various things there. Tactician, gear up and get clever. Deploy faster, recharge quicker, turn kills into nasty surprises. For instance, quick rounds back, eliminating 2 enemies in quick succession has a chance of returning 2 rounds to your magazine, for instance. Or Pinata, eliminating an enemy has a chance to spawn live equipment, which is interesting. Berserker, chain aggression to speed, attack while moving, reap armor for kills, and bring destruction from above. Falling from heights creates explosion, for instance, if you go through and upgrade this one. Bulldozer, become a walking tank, regen armor, shrug off explosions, and smash through enemies, so armor regen. Damage bonus for shooting enemies up close. Fears and soldiers are knocked down when sliding, diving, or attack sprinting near them, so you're basically just a battering ram there. Then progression here, of course, full progression. Earn XP, weapon levels, camos, battle pass progression while playing this in general. They also detail your first endgame match. And as an example of the endgame journey, let's go through the steps of creating an endgame operator. So you choose which operator you want to run. That could be whoever you want. You confirm your loadout. So you get your primary, your secondary, or your knife rather here, your field acquisition, your equipment, and then your skill trees there. Then leveling up in Avalon. Operators are dropped over the skies. You must use their wingsuit to descend to ground level. You can ping obviously where you want to go, pretty self-explanatory there. Then you exit, you exfil, you fight another day, but if you don't exfil, you lose your combat rating and stuff that you've leveled up throughout that game. So pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, it's really a hybrid of Modern Warfare Zombies and mini DMZ, but it's PvE only. I'm really excited to check this out personally. I'm really curious how the replayability is going to be here. Is it going to be something we play for a month and it's like, okay, I kind of get it. They say that they have support coming, new updates for this for the first few seasons, and then they'll see what the player engagement is like and go from there based on how much more they want to support it. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. But that is our first look at endgame gameplay in Black Ops 7. That's going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button on your way out to stay up to date with everything going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.